right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. Reppin' today.
Atta babe. Looks
He's
great.
Emerson Hipp, thank
I
you.
thought you were going to give me nuts.
I'm Gage Samoji, and sitting in the peanut gallery,
The king.
the king,
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Garrett Nahiwa.
It's been a long time.
It's been a little bit. It's been
been a
probably
little
a
bit.
few months, actually.
Has it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Danny was our last peanut gallery.
He was.
Right?
He's been our peanut gallery
It's been a minute.
frequently lately.
Garrett's too cool for us, it's fine. Yeah, we get it. It's whatever.
You know what happens. You know, they call it a phase.
Yeah.
You go in it, you go out.
It makes it more special, the more time you put in between segments or
Exactly.
appearances.
The
Right.
excitement, the build up.
Right.
What's behind door number one? You just never know.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. I mean, the Thanksgiving I spent with my family was
Because
good.
you actually worked on the Thursday.
I did, yeah, that was a shit show. But yes, other than that, Thanksgiving was good.
Was it bad at work?
That wasn't fun. Yeah.
No.
Nobody was thankful, huh?
It was a mess, yeah.
Your wallet probably wasn't hurting, huh?
I mean, yeah, I made my money. Didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be
How
done.
was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask him first, but
Yeah.
mine was good. Had it at my grandma's house. Not a big gathering, just me, mom, dad, grandma.
We have a lot of moms.
Yeah, I know, a few moms. Devin and Theo came for a little bit in the morning. My sister and Jojo came over for a little bit to say hi because my sister was getting ready because they went to Jojo's family's house or
Okay.
family's place in Santa Rosa. But yeah, it was a good time. You know, my dad's birthday was also on
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
that's right, yeah.
He turned the big 51.
Doge. So we were talking about good 51s in sports. I figured out a good one. Ichiro.
Ichiro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think we mentioned it.
We talked about this last
We couldn't
week.
think about it. Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's a good point. Ichiro's got to be the 51.
He's pretty much the 51, yeah.
So, in honor of my dad's birthday, I had to whoop his ass over at Shear School at Horse.
There you go.
I skunked him.
Nice.
Skunked
nice.
him.
I'm sure that felt good.
Dude,
After all the ass whippings he gave you.
it wasn't that many, but he,
I know you know how many it was.
he's beat me before, but no, it was a great time. You know, it doesn't need to be big to be good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, what about yours, Garrett? Anything? What'd you do? I don't think I asked you what you did.
Headed down to the coast, went to Half Moon Bay.
Okay, you did that last year, didn't you?
Yeah. It was like, majority of the years we go there, it's mom's side of the family.
Nice.
So, not a bad, a little bit of a road trip just for a day trip, but
Half Moon Bay's nice.
it is nice. And then we lucked out. It was surprising. Even the city when we drove through, not a cloud in the sky, and it was like 75.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was
Fun to
weird.
beat.
Yeah, it was a really weird, beautiful day for that time of year, but it was nice.
Cool.
That was it.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody who's listening and watching had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, absolutely.
And what do we have? Actually, what are we drinking?
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
Brewskis
We're,
today.
we're pretty
pretty
basic today.
Yeah.
But
Coors Light,
we're all drinking different beers though.
Yeah.
Garrett,
We
what
are.
are you going? What are you going with today?
The good old C-, a Coors
Yeah.
Light,
Coors Light. I'm going Coors Banquet, Yellow Belly.
the Yellow
I got
Belly.
good old Modelo
There you go.
representing
We are. We're all over the board.
multiculturals.
Multiple cultures.
I totally botched that. I want to apologize too. I'm a little hoarse today. My voice hasn't recovered from the Niner game.
It's okay.
We were
Maybe
making
tomorrow.
play
You
calls
had a good time.
I
in
did
the
have a
upper
good time.
deck.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
So speaking of your Niners, we'll get to that. But what we got going on today?
We are going to check in on the local sports. Your Kings had a nice win.
They
we'll
had
get to.
A nice little
We got a
win,
big game for the Warriors tonight as well.
which is
Kings won?
currently
Yeah, just started.
yeah. I know. Warriors game just started. Yes.
We got a big time Major League Baseball free agency to talk about.
It's actually been a big week in sports.
It's been a huge week in sports. Yeah.
At least in baseball and college football.
Yeah.
NFL. I mean, NFL is always we always talk about the
Right.
NFL. It's
Right.
always big to us.
Yeah. College football was wild as well, games and off the field stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get into that, and then like you said, NFL at the end.
So
let's get into
get us going.
Yeah. So the Sharks they won again today. They won 4 out of 5, which is beautiful. They're a third in the Pacific Division with a 12-9-1 record.
We love that.
Love it. Yeah, they beat New Jersey tonight. So yeah, looking good. Also, Evander Kane's suspension ended after the last game.
Yeah.
He was waived supposedly with the intention of putting him in the AHL, the minor league team. But it sounds like his future is uncertain. He's probably not going to play. Hopefully not for the Sharks again.
Good.
So you're over it.
I've been over him since the offseason, but it sounds like there's a possibility he's not going to play for the Sharks again, which would be great for the franchise.
And you feel the same way.
Yeah, no, he needs to go.
Yeah, it's
I think
time for this run.
yeah,
in.
too many
The
too
shitty,
many hiccups.
yeah,
with
the
it.
shitty thing right now is it doesn't make a ton of sense for them to just flat out release him because they'd only be saving $1 million from his salary. They'd be paying him basically.
Well, that's
from
the
cap.
bummer about it too. Is
Yeah.
the contract he's got.
Yeah,
He's
and the
still
way the
getting paid.
NHL rules work with cutting guys, you have to take on their salary.
He's
for
got to go.
And
It's
it's-
a bad look for the Sharks.
Yeah.
And it's just overall a distraction.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Yeah.
Totally.
And we don't need that for any sports team ever, or any kind of sports
And
team.
that boy was hot in the box.
Dude, he lived in the box.
He lived in the box.
He lived in the box. What's in the box?
Yeah.
Evander Kane.
A guy who
Yeah,
should,
it's Evander Kane.
right. A guy who should be scoring goals is leading the league in penalties.
Is leading. Yeah.
That can't be how it goes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I like being gritty, but you're acting like an ass.
You're acting like
Yeah.
You're not helping the team. And then
Speaking
you
of
have
speaking of being greedy, my Sacramento Kings they beat the Blazers and the Lakers this week.
Yeah,
Can we believe that?
Nicely done.
They have an 8-13 record, not stellar, but they are the 11th in the Western Conference, and they host the Lakers again tonight.
Yeah. Looking for a dub. No LeBron.
No LeBron, so
He's
it's
out with COVID.
so you know what that means. The Kings will probably lose.
Right.
But the Kings did beat the Lakers triple overtime game.
Yeah, that was wild.
I think they won like 147 to 141 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's always nice you can beat the Lakers,
Right.
you know,
Fuck them.
because the Kings,
They're trying to turn it around.
they're trying,
Trying.
and there's still plenty of season.
Yeah. What do you think about Marvin Bagley getting some more playing time now that Coach Walton's gone?
I like it. You know, I've never been a huge fan of Marvin Bagley, as the people know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I kind of feel like they might be putting him on display for a trade.
I agree.
Yeah.
and I'm cool with that. But I don't know. I don't know who they're looking to get or what they can get. But if they feel like they can get something that, because I rather get a player.
You got to
than a
build up
draft
his
pick.
value. Yeah.
Draft picks I'm cool off of.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably your best bet at this point, but we'll see. See how it goes.
So good for him.
Yeah. My Warriors, like we said, are playing tonight against the Suns. That's a huge matchup.
Can I just tell you,
Season.
my worst nightmare, like I've told you guys already, is the Warriors. So the Warriors and the Suns are arguably the best two teams in the league right now.
Yeah, they are record-wise for sure.
You know what's gonna happen tonight? The Warriors are gonna win by 15 easy.
We'll see. We'll see. We're on their turf or their court. This
Yeah,
year,
doesn't
or
matter.
this
Curry's gonna have like 38 and 9. You know, hit some
He's been
ridiculous,
looking nice.
hit some
lately.
ridiculous 30-footers.
Everybody's been looking nice.
Yeah, that's been the great thing about this team this year is that it hasn't just been.
It's
Steph.
not just it's
Like
not just a
Poole,
one man show.
White, or,
The bench is looking nice.
Wiggins. Yeah.
Wiggins,
All the
Peyton
complementary pieces are
Jr.,
nice.
I saw that
Green still stirring shit up.
Clay Thompson's gonna be playing for Santa Cruz.
Yeah, him and Wiseman have just both been sent down to Santa Cruz to
I'm hoping Clay puts up like a 60 piece in Santa Cruz.
burn himself out.
Just go off.
I bet you those tickets sold out for whenever he plays.
I would hope so. That would be tight.
Because we both been.
You know how cool that'd be to watch him in Santa Cruz?
It's
though?
basically like
a
a-
much small.
like a-
I mean, it's a high school gym.
It's like basically a high school.
It's like a
gym.
high school gym. You'd be so close to him.
It's a lot of people go.
Yeah.
Like when I've been a couple times, and a lot of people, people show up
Yeah.
because people. I think the town of Santa Cruz really.
Oh yeah, because that's all they got.
That's all they got.
Right.
So
And the bench of the Warriors is always solid.
Yeah.
Like you're watching good basketball,
Yeah.
and you get to see guys that a couple weeks later get called up. So it's
I
like,
don't think when I saw the few Santa Cruz Warriors games that I have been to, I don't think I saw any players that were.
Like
Very
like got
noteworthy.
moved up.
Yeah.
Or,
I remember one person I saw who I remember to recognize was the dude who played for Villanova, the point guard, the white boy.
Oh, Arcidiacono?
He played. He was like on the Spurs G League team.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And he was playing. I was like, I remember watching that guy
Yeah.
in Villanova.
I know that Georges Niang, who plays for, I want to say, the Warriors just played him recently. He was on the Warriors at the Santa Cruz Warriors when I went and saw him.
Did you only go once with Brad?
Only one time with Brad. Yeah.
I'd go again. It's a cool little.
Yeah,
it's
it
cool.
was fun being that
Little
close.
state- I've never been
And
inside.
being-
I've been
yeah.
outside of it.
I think you
Like, I know
could.
where
I
it
think
is.
you can like buy beers and eat
Yeah,
food.
yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much like a regular.
Yeah, you're literally like,
It's level. It's like all.
yeah, it's just one
Right.
level. It literally felt like you were at Napa High.
Yeah, like a high school
Yeah,
gymnasium.
like a little bit bigger than that. Which
That's
was pretty
cool.
funny. Yeah.
That'd be sweet
Yeah.
to see.
I
Especially
did-
if you saw Clay there. You'd be
Right.
like,
Oh,
what?
heck yeah. That'd be sweet.
He's playing.
We actually got 2 games against the Suns this week, which is kind of interesting. They're
You guys
playing-
play them on Thursday,
Yeah,
right?
playing them. No, we're playing them
Alright.
tonight in Phoenix and then in San Francisco on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Should be interesting.
So let's go Suns.
Right. Gonna learn a lot about these guys
Yeah.
this week. The Giants are nearing a deal with pitcher Alex Cobb, which was reported, I think, a week ago that they were looking at him. Sounds like they're closing in on that. Not a lot of details yet, but
And Cobb previously played for.
He was with the Angels last year. He first made his name with the Rays. He pitched.
I've heard the name
yeah,
for sure.
Pitched a handful of years with the Rays. He was pretty solid, and he kind of bounced back last year after being
Like as a starter?
yeah, he's a starting pitcher, which the Giants need.
Yeah, they do.
And he actually set some career marks and strikeout percentage and whatnot. So
All right,
that's,
cool.
hopefully we can keep that trend going up with him.
Yes. And possibly Mike Trout? Or...
Yeah, Mike Trout too.
Mike Trout. Oh, that would be something.
Now to the rest of baseball.
Emerson, handle this shit.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna start with this one just so we can get it out of the way. The Blue Jays have signed our boy, all-star starting pitcher Kevin Gausman to a 5-year, $110 million deal.
Boom.
I am hurting on this one. I can't lie. I was pissed when I saw it.
Well,
I kind of figured that they would get him back and that he would want to be a Giant still.
Well,
honestly.
you were saying that if after you found out they lost Gosman, that you said they needed to get Scherzer, which we will get to.
We'll get to that. And that was
But you really thought that they should went all
fuck.
for Scherzer.
Like starting pitching is a position of need, and to lose him is not ideal. And
Although he had a great first half of the season
you're right.
last year,
You're not wrong.
and he really dropped off
he
after
did.
the All-Star break.
Yeah, he was not as stellar,
But still, you want that
yeah.
that
I mean,
that kind of pitching.
and the thing that I hate about this is like he completely resurrected his career with the Giants. Like, wouldn't you? Not to say that he owes them one, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope the Giants offered him something in this range, or at least had a competitive offer.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be the case.
Yeah, but fuck. Hey, whatever. I hate to be petty, but I kind of hope he sucks. Thank you for everything you did, Kevin, but fuck you.
Fuck you.
So yeah, I mean, it's a nice pickup for the Blue Jays. He ended the season with a 2.81 ERA. That's pretty damn good. Can't complain about that. So we'll see how he does.
You talked to T Mart's girl about this?
I don't think she knew. She knew that because they had lost a couple of guys that were important to their team this year.
Okay.
So she knew about that. But no, we didn't talk about Gausman.
Gotcha.
All right, moving on. So the Mariners have acquired all-star second baseman / outfielder Adam Frazier from the Padres. He hit 305 last year.
We like that. Get him out of the division, right?
He wasn't really going to fit on that team, which is why I think they traded him. I mean, he got traded to the Padres in the middle of last season from the Pirates, and he kind of struggled in San Diego. But Mariners are kind of going for it. They also signed Robbie Ray, who was the guy from Toronto that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Him leaving there.
Was he, Cy Young winner.
Yeah, Cy Young winner of last year, 5 years, $115
Is
million.
that kind of weird when the Cy Young winner
That is
wins
rare.
it and then he
It's
leaves?
very rare. Robbie Ray, kind of similarly to Gausman, one of those guys that has been wildly inconsistent in his career.
Yeah.
Just had a career year, but he's also had good years in the past.
He's really. It seems like Robbie Ray is really capitalizing on his
Yeah.
recent success and he's getting paid for it.
But
Which you got to respect.
right. But what's interesting about this, so he's much younger than Max Scherzer.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets 5 for 115. Max Scherzer signed with the Mets for 3 years, $130 million at age 37.
Max Scherzer's been bouncing around.
He has.
But he's been pitching
He's-
great for every team.
He's
been
never
for.
stopped being good. It's unbelievable, and that just shows you that when you're consistent, that's when you make your money.
Yeah.
Which to Robbie Ray's credit, he still made some bank on that deal.
Oh yeah, I would be cool with 115 million. I'll tell you
Fuck
that
yeah,
much.
man. Fuck yeah, but yeah, the Mets are getting Scherzer. Think about Scherzer and DeGrom if he's healthy in that same rotation. Wow.
Who do you
Wow.
who do you start first?
I mean, I'm going DeGrom just because he's been there, but
It's a respect.
right, that's a fucking 1-2.
But
punch and a half.
flip a coin. You're good.
Right, exactly. And when it gets to the playoffs, that's when it's going to matter.
And are the Mets gonna be good enough, you think, to make the playoffs next year?
They are hoping so because they also signed outfielder Starling Marte, who finished the year with the A's last year, 4 years, $78 million. So they're dishing out some cash. He had a .310 batting average and stole 47 bases last year. So
You don't see that often anymore.
not anymore. Yeah, he was stellar in that department though.
Let's
They
go
also-
Mets. Fuck the Yankees.
Right.
Stop with the Mets now.
Go
It's gonna be a Mets town before you know it.
Right. I mean, it's so funny because the Mets
Fuck
were
the
in
Yankees.
the hunt last year and then they just completely fell
Yeah.
apart down the stretch. They also picked up all-star infielder Eduardo Escobar on a 2-year, $20 million deal. He had 28 home runs last
Where's
year.
all this cash coming from?
I don't know.
How do teams do this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why beers are $15 at a game.
No shit.
Straight up.
Jesus
No
Christ.
shit.
We're paying for it.
Speaking of cash, apparently the Rangers have infinite amounts of it. They've signed Corey Seager and Marcus Simeon.
It's amount.
Bro, Corey Seager got 300 large.
10 years, $325 million for Corey Seager.
Wow.
And 7 years, $175 for Marcus Simeon.
Jeez,
And
that's
that's
a
going to be
lot.
their middle infield for the next 7 years
That
at
is
least.
big
That's
money.
wild.
You know this is nice is because Corey Seager is finally out of
He's-
LA.
he's gone.
Get
He's
him the
gone.
fuck out of here.
I should probably pay for my.
Did you? I was just gonna say you had a.
I should
Oh,
probably
you said
pay for-
Corey Seager to the Giants in
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay, you sign something like that. What's the first thing you buy?
Personally, I mean, I don't know. I might get all sappy and say buy him all my house or something.
I'd probably buy myself a house. And then maybe mom.
But I mean, he's already had wealth before this a little bit. You know what I mean? So he's probably already bought his mom a house
Right,
or all that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
So
Oh,
what are
he
you
was-
buying?
What am I buying? The first thing I'm buying?
With that kind of money,
I
like
don't even know.
you don't even have to look at the price tag of like anything.
No. That's generational wealth for your great.
Your kid, yeah, your kids'
Your
kids'
kids'
kids are
kids, yeah.
set.
First thing I'm buying. with that
Your whole
kind of
crew
money-
is getting houses from you and your family,
I don't even know what I'm.
and
buying.
you would still have stuff left over to go to Olive Garden.
First thing I'd probably buy, veneers. All new teeth.
All new teeth.
I love it.
Just go
Almond
get
teeth.
like the baddest set of
Yeah.
teeth.
I'm
ever.
going to the dentist's office. I'm like, or orthodontist.
It's like right now today,
I'm putting like 30 G's
$100 grand
down.
into my
Yeah.
mouth.
Just do it now.
Yeah, I'd probably get like some top-notch LASIK surgery on my eyes,
Yeah.
No
so I
glasses.
don't have to be like this to read.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like
What
this.
would you buy?
I mean, for funds, I
I'd
guess
probably
if
go
you're
with badass
famous,
car, honestly.
I'm getting every jersey I've ever wanted.
You're a fool.
Like I'm gonna have my own room in my house of just jerseys that I buy.
I love it.
Like have a collection of jersey that's probably like thousands of dollars. Like that's
And then Garrett goes bankrupt.
Right.
No, I respect it though.
So yeah, Rangers are going for it. Also, the Twins have extended their star center fielder Byron Buxton 7 years, $100 million.
It's a hell of a name.
He is-
Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton, yeah, that's a superstar name right there. he's raked since last 2019 is kind of when he broke out, but he's been injury prone pretty much his whole career. He
I'm
only
glad.
played- Go ahead.
I'm glad to see my twins are doing
Your
that.
twin. Yeah. It was kind of interesting because they were talking about trading him, but they decided to agree to an extension. But he's played 100 games just once in his career. And that was back in 2017. So.
Okay, so they're kind of rolling the dice with this.
Yeah, so he needs to get himself on the field and prove that he's a stud. And also, I think this was today or yesterday, Javier Baez signed a deal with the Tigers, 6 years, $140 million, which is a pretty good contract, I thought, for him.
Whenever I think of Javi Baez, it's always gonna be the Cubs.
Right, yeah,
I wish him the best in Detroit, but it's
Yeah.
just he's a Cub.
he is.
He's
yeah.
a Cub.
He's a stud. And he bounced back with a pretty solid year, 31 home runs this year.
I feel like all those main guys that were in Chicago when they won it in 2016,
They all just fell off a little bit.
but they're all just to me they're always all gonna be
They're
Cubs.
Cubs, yeah.
Like
Like
Chris
Rizzo.
Bryant is a Giant, but
he's
he's a Cub.
Yeah, same with Rizzo.
With Rizzo too.
Yeah.
And even like, I know John Lester was bounced around before,
Yeah,
but John Lester I think of as a Cub.
Yeah,
Maybe a Red Sox.
Red
too.
Sox for me, but Cub is not a bad.
But yeah,
one.
those main three you were talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
they're just Cubs.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that's free agency this week in baseball. That was pretty wild. A lot of big numbers being thrown out.
You live for this shit.
Yeah, there's still some more dominoes coming off the board. Carlos Correa is a free agent. Chris Taylor's a free agent. Who I want the Giants to get.
What about
Dude.
Correa?
Yeah, fuck Correa. I don't need that attitude in my dugout.
You wouldn't be tripping though.
Yeah, you're right. But
So here's to Corey Seager.
yeah. Cheers to Corey Seager leaving the Dodgers. Thank you.
Thank you. College football. Wow. First of all,
What a week.
First of all, I want to apologize to Big Blue Nation
Same. I think
because
I
I said
want to.
so I said Michigan had no shot.
Yeah.
I was definitely heavily buzzed yesterday or last week when I said this. I thought they had no shot.
I don't think
And-
they did either. So
And they proved both of us really wrong.
Michigan. They
Actually-
showed up.
I actually was lucky enough to be able to work and listen to this on the radio. Now it sounds kind of lame, but I was listening to it. KMBR, or KMBR will they
Broadcast the game.
Yeah, they broadcast the game. It's pretty
nice,
cool,
nice.
and it was
Yeah, they just
dom-
push them around.
They dominated.
They push them around,
They
especially in that
dominated.
second half. So yeah, congrats to them. Congrats to Jim Harbaugh.
Congrats
too.
to Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh needed that.
Finally
win.
won the regular season big one.
Right. And now he gets to finally play in a Big Ten championship game.
And the other game I listened to was the Alabama-Auburn game, which this game,
that game was wild.
Alabama had no business winning this
Dude,
game.
Auburn blew it by not putting the fucking knife in their neck and just
Yeah.
ending it early.
Alabama won 24-22 in 4 overtimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got to the 2-point shootout essentially.
Which I keep forgetting that they're doing now.
I know,
Is
me
this
too.
the
I was
second
really
year they're doing
confused when
First
they
year they're doing
First
it.
year,
Yeah,
it's
when they jumped to it.
it's cool because it's quick,
right.
but it's not.
I
not what I'm
almost
used
would
to.
rather they do a shootout from like the 5-yard line instead of the 2-yard line, you know? Because it just.
I was gonna say you should even go deeper. Like I think, like if you do that, like do like a 20.
Well, you only get one
25.
play though.
It's
You get
one play though.
It's like
I
a
don't
2-point.
know. I feel like that's just too easy though at 5 yards. Like
I mean, it's only one play though, so you go back and forth until someone doesn't get it. Because 25 yards is where they start in the regular overtimes, like the first 2 periods.
I
mean,
like
you
that
gotta do
better.
a
I think
drive.
they should have. Yeah.
But you do a drive, you don't do one play.
Right,
Yeah.
I think I like the old rules better.
Yeah,
But
I
this
don't like the
does-
one play.
I
rule.
This
think-
does get it going.
Yeah, I think they had a game a few years ago where it went to like 7 overtimes.
It just feels like PKs for soccer. It's like you've been running around for 90+ minutes and now you're just gonna both get a chance to kick it. Like,
I know it's tough, but it's a rough game.
'Cause it
You gotta
just
end
seems
it
like-
at some point.
I mean, I understand not dragging it on, and you're playing, an extra
Let
40
me get
minutes.
this. I'll tell you this. I like this better than I like the NFL having games that tie.
Right. Yes. Ties are terrible.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to tie anything.
I get that games. I just think someone has to win.
It's probably a safety thing to some degree too,
Yeah.
because you don't want to just be forcing guys to play extra plays after extra play after
Yeah.
extra play.
No, that's a good point.
And last but not least,
Bed-
Bedlam was
Bedlam.
nuts. Bedlam
Can I
was
just say
nuts.
that's a great name.
It is a
for-
great name.
What's the definition of bedlam? I know you don't know off the top of your head, but
Yeah, I do want to look that up right now.
it's great. Yeah, Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma 37 to
That was a good
33.
Yeah, that was a great game.
I caught the last like 5 minutes of this, so this is
That
a
was
good,
a good
this is a
one
good
to
college
watch.
football day or day.
This
for
is
me,
a
I'm
great
sorry.
definition. A scene of uproar and confusion.
So it's just like
and
it's, yeah.
confusion.
The other definition is an institution for the care of mentally ill.
We'll go with the first one.
Yeah, we're going with the first one.
It's bedlam.
Bedlam, yes, absolutely, absolute confusion.
Uproar and confusion. That's
Yeah, no,
good.
that game was awesome. I mean, Oklahoma went into the fourth quarter with a 9-point lead, and they kind of squandered it.
I think I knew this, but it's weird seeing Oklahoma State be number 7.
Right.
I know they've had a good year, but I'm never used to seeing Oklahoma State be that.
They have a really legitimate chance of making the
It's in
playoffs, which
Cincinnati.
we'll get to in a
top
minute.
5. Like what?
Yeah.
Cincinnati who?
And if things couldn't get worse for Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley
He's
leaves
gone.
for USC.
He's gone.
So what's funny is I think someone asked him post game after this game if he's going to LSU, and he's like, "I just want to stop everybody right now. I'm not going to LSU." I mean, technically, the man wasn't
He
lying.
wasn't lying.
They just didn't ask him the right
Yeah.
college.
I think, yeah, I mean, it's a shocker. Also, Brian Kelly's leaving Notre Dame for LSU, speaking of LSU.
Yes.
Both of these were shockers to me.
Brian Kelly just seemed like he was going to be there for.
It felt that way too, but I don't really blame them. I don't know that LSU is going to be a better situation, but at least he's going to give himself a chance to have the best players he's ever had.
I think he'll get better talent, but I think him being at Notre Dame would be better for him when it comes to getting in the playoff because
Right.
being in the SEC is so tough to be a coach when you're playing Alabama's and Georgia's.
But I think he's done it for. I didn't realize he's been there for 12 years now, and he's just realized like I can't get the players I need to beat the Alabamas and the Georgias.
And he
So-
only went to
He's
what?
been at Notre Dame for 12 years?
And he only went to what? One national championship game? It
Yeah,
got
they
blown
spanked.
the fuck out by
Yeah, and
Alabama.
then they went to the playoff
That's
the
a
other time.
long
and
stretch
got
when you're not
straight
winning.
also.
So he's really banking off trying to
Yeah.
get the best players he can get.
Yeah.
And he's a good coach.
Yeah, I think he'll enjoy this challenge. I mean, he's looking for that national championship.
Yeah.
He probably realized that Notre Dame was not going to give him that opportunity.
And now I'm hoping for Urban Meyer to go to Notre Dame after watching that video. today.
Urban Meyer to
Did you
Notre
hear him come
Dame.
out and say he's not? He's like, I'm not going to Notre Dame. I'm not taking that job.
Urban
It
Meyer.
is so crazy though with both of these things. Like, two guys leaving prestigious programs to go to other prestigious programs that were kind of in shambles. Like USC sucks this year. They're 4-7, and LSU is probably not much better. They may have 5 wins.
Lincoln Riley's probably thinking Oklahoma or Los Angeles.
That's
Well, that's what I was
gotta
saying. I
be
was
a
like,
fact.
bro, he just wants to be a California boy, and
Yeah.
you get an offer to live in LA
Yeah.
versus.
and he'll be living cush in LA.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
It's not like he's
They're gonna take care of him. He's gonna get
Yeah.
paid. He's gonna,
You hear
and
his
you're living in
yeah.
LA, California. You're not in Oklahoma.
His top recruit at quarterback is jumping from Oklahoma to USC.
Really?
They just announced today.
Oh, so they've been in cahoots about this for a while.
Oh, yeah. I talked to my insider from
Your OU
my
insider?
OU insider Nick
Yeah.
Warren
Oh, you
today.
inside.
He was. I asked him like what the feeling was about it, and he said people were pissed, but he's excited about the future there, and he didn't think that
Who's going to replace him, you think?
he wants to get the defensive coordinator from Clemson, in which his name has been floating around. Brent Venables, I think is his name.
To take over head coach for
yeah.
Oklahoma?
And they're going to be joining the SEC sometime in the next 5 years, so that kind of wouldn't be a bad idea to get someone who's more defensive oriented.
It's funny. I was texting Nick, I think, on Saturday night after the game, and we were both saying we're like he ain't leaving Oklahoma. He's like you know, when you're like the coach of Oklahoma, you're like the Pope.
Right.
You gotta like
You're like the Pope, yeah.
you die first before you fucking get fired, you know,
Right.
or you leave.
Yeah.
And then we were both very much wrong.
Yep. But yeah, it should be interesting. He was also saying like, you know, Lincoln Riley maybe wasn't actually the guy. He hasn't gotten any better there. They've lost 2 games every year. So
Be interesting to see what he does, though, at USC.
I think at USC he'll dominate the Pac-12. Honestly,
Yeah, so.
it'll be them and Oregon for the next 10
Is
years.
the Pac-12.
And you gotta think that might be easier for him to get in the playoff if he dominates the Pac-12.
Right.
The Pac-12, as we know, is inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
you
when
never
you're-
know. Every year is different with the Pac-12, and then like you eat your own.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
there's no powerhouse. Everybody
Yeah.
does decent, or like
But the thing that
somebody's on a streak, and then they start going on. It's like there's no
Yeah.
defiant team.
The other thing that will benefit him is the fact that it's USC and it's kind of like Texas. Anytime they're good, they get more credit than they deserve.
Yeah.
So he'll get that that extra push because of that.
How many times in the next couple of years are they gonna say, "Is USC back?" It's gonna be a lot. I promise.
I think they're going to be good next year. Honestly,
No one's the
Like,
same
they're gonna
since the
be good
Pete
right away.
Carroll days.
Bro, speaking of USC, someone donated some clothes today at work, and this dude had, he had a Jets hat and 2 Mets hats he was donating.
Yeah.
And then fucking I pull up 2 Darnold jerseys, but the
Oh my
tag's
God.
stion them.
Darnold jersey,
They were
USC
Jets
Darnold
jerseys?
jersey.
Jets, yeah.
Jets.
Wait,
Jets.
Jets Darnold jerseys?
Yeah.
Oh god.
You want them?
No.
I know you're a jersey guy.
Yeah, we can start
Like still,
fire
like
with
tag's
those.
still on him though. Like he never wear. I mean, even when he was on the Jets, he never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it was funny.
That's hilarious.
So this is the first time I've seen the college football rankings today, like the ones that came out today, right? Are these the ones?
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't know Michigan is 2 now.
Oh yeah, I kind of thought they would go to 2. I mean, I don't think Alabama has a better win than Michigan does,
Mhm.
and Michigan's loss is better than Alabama's.
I was gonna
loss.
say who'd they lose to?
Alabama.
Michigan.
They lost to Michigan State a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
in which they had that game locked down and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
And Alabama lost to Texas A&M, who's not a bad team, but they're not as highly ranked as Michigan
No.
State is. So yeah, I kind of figured that might be the case. Plus, they just got a massive win against Ohio State. So
So Harbaugh, they have they got to win this game. If they win, they're in.
if they win, they're in. Yeah.
And if they lose,
they're in.
Harbaugh has got to
Yeah.
win this.
The only way they lose and they're not, and they're still in, is if mayhem happens around college football.
Bedlam. So number one's Georgia. Number 1's Georgia. Number 2's Michigan. 3's Alabama. 4 is Cincinnati. Let's go.
Yeah, they're still there.
Number 5's Oklahoma State.
This was big to me because they jumped Notre Dame already,
Mhm.
and Notre Dame's not going to get to play a championship game this
And
week.
Notre Dame is 6.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, even
Those try
even if they left Notre Dame at number 5 for whatever reason, I think it would. Oklahoma State would still be in the driver's seat as far as that goes.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see what happens though, because Alabama has to play Georgia, which I don't think people think that Alabama's going to win, but they absolutely could. They're Alabama.
Yeah.
So should be good. Yeah. And we got championship week this week.
Real quick, ask me who I think is going to win. Or actually, I'll ask you.
Okay.
Pac-12 championship. Oregon versus Utah. Who do you got?
I think Utah's going to get him again.
Yeah.
They
Oregon.
spanked him last week or a couple weeks ago.
You got Oregon?
You taking
I got
Oregon?
Oregon.
I mean, it's not a bad pick.
I never pick Oregon, so I'll go Utah.
I never pick
Take
Oregon.
Utah.
Big Ten championship. Michigan versus Iowa.
It's funny we talked about how I haven't really got to that point where it's unconditional rooting for Iowa.
I'm
But
going
I'm
Iowa.
taking Michigan.
I'm going Iowa too. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, boy. Let's go, boy.
Big 12 championship. Oklahoma State versus Baylor.
I'm rooting for Oklahoma State. I think I would like to see them get in with that squad. So I'm going Oklahoma State.
If I was a betting man, I'm putting money on Baylor though. If I walked into a bar and that was the spread.
I'll go State because I picked 2 dogs before that, and I'm not liking picking 3 dogs in a row.
3 dogs.
ACC championship, the Pittsburgh Panthers against Wake Forest.
Dude, Pitt is gonna roll in this game. It's not even
Let's
close.
go. You know what? For the first time in my life, I'm picking Pitt. Go Pitt, go Ashley.
Go. Yeah, I'll go Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt's gonna win.
Fuck Wake Forest.
Yeah. Sam Hartman.
I got no connection. Yeah, fuck Sam Hartman. I got no connection there.
Wake Forest. Shout out Tim Duncan. And
Pitt Panthers though, yeah, I can get behind
The
that.
AAC. Whoa, almost botched that.
You still got it.
The AAC. Cincinnati versus Houston. You gotta pick Cincy, right?
I really want Cincy to win, but I think
Houston.
Houston's gonna get him.
Yeah.
They're on an 11-game win streak right now.
Houston is.
Yes,
Wow.
and obviously Cincinnati's undefeated, but I think Houston's gonna get him.
What do you think?
There's just so much on the line for Cincinnati.
Houston or Cincinnati?
Yeah, number 4 Cincinnati versus number 21 Houston.
I mean, I'm just shocked that Cincinnati's as high as they are right
You gotta
now.
keep rolling with it.
Yeah,
Gotta keep rolling with Cincy.
So
I want Cincy
I
to
would
win.
probably pull for them if they're
yeah.
the hot
I
item.
really want them to win. I think
Because I really,
Houston's
I don't know anything about Houston.
stun 'em.
And the big one, the top of the top, the big dogs. Georgia versus Alabama. Who do you
I'm
got?
going Bulldogs. They're gonna
I'm
win.
going, yeah, Georgia, dude. Fuck Bama.
I think they're gonna get him by probably 10.
I'm rolling with the Tide, baby.
Oh,
You're
I'm
boy.
rolling-
rolling,
I'm
what
rolling Tide.
did you just say?
I'm rolling Tide a little
I
bit.
will say Georgia hasn't seen an offense as good as Alabama's, but I don't think Bama's seen a defense as good as Georgia's. Georgia's given up 7 points a game this year.
Wow.
It's fucking unreal.
I'm rolling with the Tide.
All right, there
And
it is.
that is college football.
It's gonna be a fun week. A lot of implications.
Ugh, yeah.
I really hope if Bama does lose that the committee is not stupid enough to put him in the playoff. I really hope. All right, man.
Do we have to talk about the NFL? Do we have to? Remember how I said my Thanksgiving was good? I actually lied. I was so
actually
fucking mad
lied.
after this game. Well, the worst part about this game, oh, by the way, the Raiders beat the Cowboys 36-33 in overtime.
Yeah.
You probably watched it. You know why? Because this was the most watched game, regular season, since like 1990.
Is that right?
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah. I think I have it in my notes right here.
I had it on
Everybody
at
was
work.
watching
That's for
it.
damn sure.
Everybody watched it. This is yeah. So it's the Thursday game against the Raiders. Thursday's game against the Raiders and the Cowboys was the most watched NFL regular season game on any network since 1990.
Damn.
Estimated average viewership 38 million.
Dude, Thanksgiving Day, you had the Cowboys playing the Raiders,
Yeah,
two of the most popular
Exactly.
teams.
Exactly.
That's not a bad point.
I think for me, what really sucked is, you know, I was texting you, I was pissed.
Yeah.
By the time I was texting you, I was butthurt. I was done. I was done.
I was
was done.
You were DUN.
And dude, it was
Done.
I was down bad. And the
was
thing with the
down
Cowboys,
bad.
what they like to do to me and Cowboy Nation, and I hate even saying Cowboy Nation because it's fucking gross, is they like to lose by a lot really quick, and then they bring you back up. Like, wait,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh, we
wait,
got a chance
wait, we actually got a chance. We're gonna win this. And then they just, they rip my heart out. I haven't been this sad about a Cowboys game.
They rip
I feel like
my
I feel
heart
like I
out.
say this pretty often.
Yeah.
I was fucking hurt after this. I was sitting at my grandma's house with her, like me and her alone. I wasn't even talking to her. She wasn't talking to me, but I was just silent. It was like 8 o'clock. I'm like, I gotta go. I can't. I was hot. I was hot. My grandma's house is like 80 degrees. I love her to death, but grandma, put the AC
You were hot in
on.
multiple ways.
Oh, dude, this right here, it was tough. It was tough. You could tell
I never feel bad for the sympathy for the Cowboys, but I do feel bad for guaranteeing that the Cowboys would beat the Raiders.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? This to me, like the Cowboys. Remember 2 weeks ago I said I feel like they can win the Super Bowl. I take it back.
Not so fast.
I take it back. I jinxed the fuck.
I take
I
it
jinxed the
back.
fuck out of them 2 weeks ago.
Now
They're not. No. I don't care what they. I don't care. They're down. CeeDee Lamb. They're down. Amari Cooper, which does matter.
Yeah. I would just go through a scenario. at you.
It's done.
What if they won out?
Well, that'd be nice. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna. I bet you lose to the Saints on Thursday. I'll bet you a shot they lose to the Saints.
That's not worth it for me. I don't care. I want
Okay.
the Saints to lose.
Well, yeah, you do. But oh, dude. And then COVID's hitting the Cowboys. There's like 8
Yeah.
people who have it. McCarthy, which I think McCarthy not coaching. I keep dropping my phone. I think McCarthy not coaching might be a good thing. We'll see if Dan Quinn, who is going to be the interim coach,
Yeah, that's true.
which I think I'm surprised Kellen Moore isn't, but Dan Quinn has more of experience.
He's been, yeah. That'll let Kellen Moore just focus on
Dude, this.
calling plays.
Do you know this Cowboys Raider game had 28 penalties? And I'm not.
That's outrageous.
And
That's-
the Cowboys lost. Like I'm not gonna blame penalties, but that's a lot of
That's
fucking
too
penalties.
many.
Didn't they have that one cornerback commit like
Too
4
many.
I'm glad you mentioned it. To have it right in my notes.
4 PIs or whatever?
Anthony
just the-
Brown.
Anthony Brown,
Anthony
yeah.
Brown, number 30. I remember 4 pass interference calls, and the last one that he had was the big one because it put the Raiders in position to kick the
Yeah.
field goal and win.
The refs are getting too involved.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
a lot. It happens you can throw the flag every play.
And also the best part is
but it's
it
the
was
contact.
everybody
sports,
watched this.
football.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
No, he
And
was
then another thing that we gotta stop doing, or I'm not gonna say we, 'cause I'm not on the Cowboys, but the one thing that the Cowboys gotta stop doing, or Mike McCarthy has to stop doing, stop kicking 59-yard field goals. Especially when the Raiders kicker is really good. Pretty much, if you miss a 59-yard field goal, you're giving up points,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Because all you gotta do is get like 15 yards to get in field.
Please,
goal.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, you gotta stop with like the 55 and plus field goals. You have to.
Yeah.
That's just to me.
I mean, obviously Greg Zuerlein's got a big leg, but he's been proven to not be terribly accurate. all the
no,
time.
but I'll say that he's
Well,
been
yeah,
proven
unless you
to
were
kick
automatic.
big kicks.
Right, yeah.
But it's just, I mean, who's automatic for 59? Like Justin Tucker? That's it.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
even then, you're like
That's-
not
that's
But
a
getting
you're
long
still
way.
rolling the dice.
He just
60-yard
he-
kick. It's huge.
He's got to stop doing that as a coach.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the reason why the Cowboys aren't gonna do anything.
I think they'll figure it out.
I don't.
I think
Dude,
they'll
shut
figure
up.
After
it
all
out.
that.
No, they would lose to the Niners right now. They lose to the Jags and the Jets right now. The Cowboys would.
Niners are rolling right now.
We looking hot, baby. We looking
Dude,
hot,
this-
baby.
The game got me. Oh, also,
One more thing.
a sneaky little. What's worse? Okay, so what's worse? The Raiders' current roster or Raiders fans?
I don't know. I'd probably say
Raider fans.
Raider fans.
And
Not
that's
hating on-
and that's what's worse.
yeah. Not hating on all my Raider fan friends, but yeah, probably Raider fans.
Dude, that was fucking. Okay,
I love my friends who are Raider fans, but I will tell you to fuck off.
it's just not gonna happen for the Cowboys. It's not.
Uh,
They're not even. Spoiler alert.
Shout out Gianni.
Spoiler alert. They're not in my top 6. They're out. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not in.
yeah, they're out for me too.
Okay, thank you. If they were, I'd probably slap you.
I almost did like think about it, but I was like, you know what?
You know.
What have you done for a minute?
You know what's gonna happen? If Mark Ingram's playing on Thursday, I don't know if he is, but if he is, he's gonna rush for 130 yards easy.
Is Kamara coming back too?
I hope
I feel like
not.
he's questionable.
Oh, if Kamara comes back, it's over. I don't care. I don't care if it's Simeon, Taysom Hill, or if Sean Payton's the quarterback. It's over. It's over. Oh, dude.
For Jameis with his busted knee.
It'd still win. Dude, you think I'm lying?
Are you done?
Yeah. I'm done.
So yeah, we went to the Niner game against the Vikings. Garrett was there too.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was really pulling for the Vikings in this game.
I bet you were, buddy. I bet you were.
Hey, what were you doing? Really going for the Niners while we were there.
Yeah, I gotta say the vibe inside the stadium was awesome. I don't know.
No, it was good energy.
Yeah,
It was
like,
fun.
Everyone seemed like they were
And
happy
we
to be
had
there.
the seats were.
Yeah, not talking about our group.
No, yeah, but everybody
the stadium
there,
in
yeah.
general,
It was good energy.
Watching the game on TV, it seemed like it was loud.
Yeah, which I feel like that place has been getting knocked for not having good atmosphere, like from the crowd. But it was.
I don't know.
It
You could
was
hear
thumping in there.
chants starting. It was
was thumping
everybody
in there.
was like all in.
Yeah.
Everybody there wanted to, was there
I mean,
to
it
watch
didn't,
football.
Didn't hurt that the Niners played well, but yeah, they got 34-26 victory. They were just running it all over the Vikings. 200 something yards, I think they had. Elijah
They
Mitchell was
looked
great.
good, yeah.
And
It
Debo
was
Samuel's
fun.
all of a sudden the
Dude.
best running back in the league.
D-
Yeah,
Devo's
Devo's
a
awesome.
fucking man.
Unfortunately, got hurt. He's
dude.
going to be out at least 1 week, if not 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that means they're probably going to stop him.
I would think so. I was kind of afraid that would be an issue.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He's a big receiver, but he's not a running back.
yeah, he's been a huge factor in getting the running game going again. Though
Very, very dark horse MVP candidate.
he's had a huge year on both rushing and receiving.
And Bosa's a straight ox.
Yeah,
We all
Bosa's
know.
You can't stop him.
Yeah, he's a beast.
That dude splits wood with a shirt off.
He's just an absolute animal.
Yeah, I thought overall it was a really solid game.
Yeah.
No complaints.
You guys win. That's fucking cool. We've been there before, so you've been to the stadium.
Right.
That was my first NFL game. That was
Ever?
Virginity, yep,
Wow.
gone.
What did you think of the experience and the stadium? Did you guys do a walk around or did you guys go straight?
We didn't
Not
really
really.
cruise.
No, we didn't cruise.
Because you guys,
Right.
you guys
We
tailgated.
tailgated. We got in the stadium about 20 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah.
Which is ideal.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, a lot better vibes than what people kind of, everybody kind of
Yeah.
shits on it,
Yeah.
and the being in Santa Clara and the traffic and the busyness, but
I kind of like
The
that it's not a
crowd was-
monstrosity of a stadium either. It's
I
almost
was
it's
gonna
like
say
less than 70,000.
it's almost just like a glorified college stadium.
Yeah.
It's not over the top flashy. It's
Yeah.
not like the Raiders or like SoFi with the Rams.
Yeah.
With like a huge jumbotron, all that stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
very simple. It's open. Like one.
I
of
was
the
a little
sides.
disappointed in the fact that the scoreboard situation was a little shitty.
That was weird because it
just-
was hard to follow some
What do
of
you
that
mean?
stuff.
Like they didn't have like on the jumbotron they were only showing the play that was happening, and then they had an ad, and then I think they maybe had the down and distance, and that was it. They didn't have the.
There
score
wasn't,
thing.
yeah, there
You
wasn't
had to
like
look on the
much,
little
yeah,
side
like it
things
wasn't really like much
at the second
separation
deck
of like
to see
formal
the
time and
scoreboard.
downs. It was like all built into
Yeah,
a
so
big
that,
old
they
screen.
gotta work on that. That's gonna be an addition sometime soon.
But it was sweet. I mean, college games got a lot of energy. This had a lot of energy.
Yeah, no, there was definitely good energy.
Levi Stadium has always reminded me a little bit of Stanford Stadium. for
A little
some
bit,
reason.
yeah. So you're totally spot on. Yeah, it's like Stanford Stadium with an extra level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Press boxes or the press
Right.
box is still on the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Side.
one side of just all press, and then
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
a
exactly.
full
I mean,
stadium
it's,
on the
and
other
it's definitely
side.
a good looking stadium.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no question.
Yeah, I'm glad you, I'm
Sweet.
glad you
Dude,
guys
they
had-
flew the freaking
Blue
Coast Guard. No,
Yeah,
they had
right.
a
Fat
Coast Guard
chopper.
like a dolphin or whatever, like they're like really fast one.
Mhm.
Like straight was right over the stadium.
Yeah,
like
right.
you could read the numbers on it. You're like, all right.
That thing was
No military though, but I mean, I guess you.
Did you know that Great America was next door?
I did.
Did you?
I knew that it was in the same area. It
Yeah.
is funny though when you are there and you realize that it is literally next door
Yeah.
because you can be walking to the stadium and you see the coasters and the
Right.
rides. You're like, oh shit! Like
Yeah.
Great America is right there. But it was a cool spot. Yeah, I definitely thumbs up, even though people kind of talk shit about
Yeah,
it.
that was a good time.
Well, I think it's easy to talk shit about a stadium that's compared to one of the most iconic stadiums in NFL history, I would
Yeah,
say.
with a lot of good memories in it too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Montana Rice.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Glad you guys had a good time.
We did. Niners look great. Can't complain. I wouldn't say they look good. They look good.
They did.
Yeah.
It was
They,
fun.
I mean, giving up the kickoff return touchdown was shitty.
That's the game, though.
yeah.
I mean,
They had some holding penalties that took away some big plays
I was
too.
gonna say that, but then
Yeah.
again, I was just like, dude, like
It-
refs, like.
Yeah. But
everybody
it wasn't
was-
like they were out of control.
I mean, it wasn't out of control,
They
but
had
yeah,
some bad
like
ones.
occasionally, like you see the flag, and you're like, of
Apparently,
course it's gonna come back.
the Vikings coach Mike Zimmer wanted more.
No, I saw that video. He was all upset
he was
about.
pissed.
Yeah, and then George Kittle told him.
Well,
to
until
shut
they
the fuck
start calling it, we
Yeah, don't
can't
don't
start
talk to me about penalties after Thursday, okay?
Right.
I don't want to see a
Yeah.
fucking yellow flag for the rest of my life.
I don't want to see it yellow.
up.
Jesus Christ.
Sad news: Christian McCaffrey is done for the year. Second straight year where he's hardly played any games. Kind of a bummer.
I hate to make this about my fantasy team, but this is gonna hurt me. But all in all seriousness, this sucks.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch when he's rolling.
And I know you got a special place in your heart for him,
Yeah,
being a Stanford boy that you are.
He was a man.
Stanford
So
boy.
hopefully he gets back and healthy, and this is the end of this kind of stuff for him.
Yeah.
But it's hard to think otherwise. You know the beer?
Yeah,
You want this?
sure. Medela.
But Deller.
Medela. Gracias.
Spilled half of that thing on my leg.
So week 12, any big takeaways? Anything that you want to? Anything worth mentioning?
I feel like there was, but it's not hitting me. What do you got?
I want to mention the Patriots are
Yes, the Patriots
in
is
fuego
yeah.
right now.
that Monday night game this week is going to be interesting with the Bills
Yeah.
going for first place.
You want to watch it at Palisades or something Monday? Are you
Is that December 6th? Yeah, I'm gonna be busy, unfortunately.
What?
I would love to. Yeah, we're doing a wine tasting with my family.
No, that's cool though.
Yeah, I wish I.
That's alright.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that because I was like wondering what the game was gonna be.
You mean you didn't put football in front of your family?
No, I didn't think about that. That was gonna be the game
No,
one
I
day. Yeah,
Well, you'll be able to see them play again in 2 weeks after
that's
that.
true.
Or I think they play twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's my biggest takeaway. I think is
Yeah,
besides my Cowboys rant. I'm
Yeah.
not going to get into that again because I'll let that all out.
Bengals swept the Steelers for the first time in like forever. I think. Steelers looked shitty. Big Ben.
Nixon were off.
Big Ben might be done officially. I mean, he's probably gonna keep playing, but still.
Shout out Leonard Fournette. He gave me a 40 piece
Oh,
in
he
fantasy.
did have a big
He
game.
had a big game.
40.
Give me 40, yeah. I like that.
I like
They're
that.
throwing it to him a lot. I like that.
You
Yeah.
like that?
How many, he had like what 4 touchdowns or something?
Yeah, I think so.
that's wild.
4 total, yeah. I feel like I'm missing something, but that's all I got right now.
Yeah, I didn't really. We didn't really watch football because we were at the game.
Yeah.
But,
Lamar
Seahawks
Jackson
stink.
still won and threw 4 interceptions.
yeah,
He threw 4 picks that day?
he did. Yeah, they
Oh,
still
He
won.
still won.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I
The
mean,
Se-
I kind of watched that game. I guess I didn't realize he threw that many picks.
Yeah.
Jesus. I knew it was kind of a snoozer. I think halftime was like 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, final was
6-3.
16-10. Got the cover though.
But you know what? A win's a win.
The winners win.
Speaking of covering, what were our... None of us had perfect weeks.
Nope. We both went 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost on the Seahawks because they suck.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are bad. Like Russell, something's up with Russell Wilson. I know he's coming back from injury, but he just doesn't look.
He's
right.
off.
Yeah,
He's not the
he has
same
not
dude.
gotten his.
He's not the
connections
same dude.
with his receivers going again.
Are we doing top 4 or
Let's do our
Top
NFL
six.
top 6.
Top 5, top 5.
mine looks a lot different than 2 weeks ago.
Mine, yeah, I would say the same.
So what I'm doing, I'm going heavily on wins, like the most
Amount of wins,
like amount of wins. That's what I'm doing.
or record.
Okay, record, yes.
Yeah, I kind of went the same.
Pretty heavily on record. So what you go first?
I kind of went. What have you done for me lately? A little bit too.
Yeah.
I got. We're going.
Like I don't have any 7-win teams in my top 6.
I have the Chiefs at number 6 at 7-4.
Okay.
They haven't found the perfect recipe yet, but they're getting better. And I couldn't figure out who else I would rather have in there. Because if I put the Titans in there, I'd be putting them in on a 3-game losing streak or something, or 2 out of 3, something like that.
Yeah, I'm doing a little different than you
Yeah.
are, but
So I got Chiefs at 6, Patriots at 5.
okay.
Who are your 5 and 6?
6 I got Ravens, 5 I got Titans.
Okay. For number 4, I have the Ravens, barely.
Yeah.
Only because they have 3 losses. Pretty much all my top 4 are the 3 or less lost teams.
Yeah.
Who's 4 for you?
I got Patriots at 4.
Patriots at 4. I got the Buccaneers at 3. How about for you?
I do too.
Buccaneers at 3. I got Packers at 2. Cardinals at 1, which I think makes sense. The Packers could be number 1, but
I have Cardinals 2, Packers 1.
yeah, Packers could be number 1, but
I think them being the Rams.
that was a
help.
big one.
I think the Cardinals not playing
Yeah,
also put a factor into it.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
if the Cardinals would have played and won, had 10 wins, they'd be number 1 for me,
fair
based
enough,
off the
yeah.
win total.
Yeah, I definitely could have put the Packers 1, and they're playing like a number 1 team right now
Mhm.
too. Plus they have that win over the Cardinals, which doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
But yeah, Cardinals still number 1 for me.
Mhm.
That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to look at like head-to-head wins, and then like all the teams I was looking at had beaten one, and then
Yeah.
the other lost to the other.
Like for me, like the Packers beat the Cardinals,
Yeah.
Tampa's beating the Patriots, and the Patriots have also beaten the Titans.
Right.
So that's kind of how
I knew I couldn't put the Titans in because there was too much shit that has gone on in the last couple of weeks.
And the Ravens, for me, like I said, are only there because all the teams that are in my top 6 are
Yeah.
8 wins and higher.
Yeah. Really, the Ravens don't have a ton of impressive wins. And
No, they don't.
And they have kind of some bad losses. Like they got smoked against the Bengals, who are a good team. Who I actually considered for that 6th spot.
Mhm.
But
Like I said, I think like we've said in the past, I'm doing it like the college football playoff.
Which is so hard because it's different. Where you don't have like in college football, you have teams that never play each other and never will play each other.
It's tough.
Yeah, and plus you have teams that have lost way more games than what happens in college football.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely difficult, but
Yeah.
there we go. We're ready for week 13 picks?
Yes. I'm picking the Chargers again as dogs.
Oh,
against
look
the
at
Bengals.
you. What's the
The Bengals are favored by 3.
Bengals favored by 3? Okay.
And I'm picking the Raiders.
I almost picked the Raiders too. They're what, +2.5 or -2.5
-2.5
against
Washington.
Washington?
I think they're rolling right now. I think after last week's win,
We shall see. We shall see.
I think the 10 days off might hurt them a little bit. And Darren Waller's not going to play, which is going to hurt him.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, good. I was rooting for the Raiders when I'm watching them.
I don't think I'm going to ever again.
All right, so I'm taking the Broncos +10 on the road against Kansas City. I just feel like Kansas City's not I mean, I know they blew out the Raiders a couple weeks ago, but they're not exactly clicking on offense other than that game.
Okay.
So I like Denver's defense to keep it close. And then I also have the Dolphins -3 against the Giants at home, which I think should be a slam dunk the way the Dolphins are playing right now.
Yeah.
They won 4 in a row, which I don't think anyone knows. I didn't know that until
I didn't know
that. But Dolphins are rolling.
Is Tua playing? Is Tua playing?
Tua's playing. He's playing well. Yeah, so they're trying to get themselves back in the playoff position.
There you go.
So I'm going with that. And the Giants we've seen them play too many times on national TV. They stink.
Yeah.
The Giants are bad.
The Giants. They'll beat the Cowboys though. I am. Yeah. Never mind.
Am I crazy or is the fucking door knocking?
Is it?
I feel like I hear like some rumble.
What?
You're probably tripping.
I was like, I haven't heard anything.
All right,
Time's it.
Gage, it is time for the last call. Is there someone here?
You got anything?
Let's see. I guess I watched the Bryson versus Brooks thing.
I had this on my.
Yeah.
Brooksy won.
Yeah. Did you watch any of it?
No.
It was kind of funny, but it was a snoozer in the fact that Brooks blew out Bryson. Like it was over after 8 holes.
Do we like how they're like being kind of friendly and all this?
I mean, I thought the whole rivalry thing was kind of corny to begin with, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
I know some people wanted it to live on
Yeah.
for,
He
other
definitely
reasons,
blew it up.
but,
Of course, they're trying to hide.
I mean, I don't
Drama.
think they're buddies, but I don't think they ever will be. But I don't think the beef is as big as
I honestly, I don't
The
think
media
they
made it
have
seem to
total
be.
hatred for each other.
right.
I think
yeah.
if they ran into each other at a bar.
I mean, they were
after
calling
the
each other
game-
bro like on the fucking course,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
don't hate each other.
No.
And Brooks was, cool enough to say, and maybe he just did it for the TV, but he was like, yeah, it was impressive to watch him drive the ball because
Oh, dude.
that's what Bryson's known for.
Yeah.
And did you see there was the one hole where they did the long drive competition for charity, and Bryson bombed one to 402 yards.
Did he?
Yeah, that was a
That's
monster
four
drive.
so
Four
far.
football fields.
That's fucking.
That is. It's
crushed,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know golf,
I mean,
like,
he got a little bit of love on a rollout, but still,
that
was
is
fucking
absolutely
bomb. I
crushed.
think it carried 340 or something like
That's insane.
That's stupid.
That's power.
that. Yeah,
That's literally getting shot out of a gun. And he's doing it with just pure
Yeah.
raw power.
That's crazy.
What do you got?
Paige Beckers, the guard for UConn.
Another? What you get now?
She becomes the first ever college athlete to be signed by Gatorade.
Oh, nice. Didn't she sign another? She signed another deal for something, right?
I don't know.
Like recently, maybe not.
I just think that's impressive.
Yeah, it's
Gatorade.
awesome.
Gatorade's been the biggest thing in sports drinks since the.
I think we're gonna
time.
we're gonna continue to see a lot of women capitalize on those kind of.
And she's still in college.
Yeah.
She's gonna be getting paid for this, I think. Or
And the crazy thing too is I mean, it could change in the future, but you reach your peak of fame as a female in basketball at the college level. It seems like,
well, because the
Because
WNBA.
WNBA
it doesn't
is
get
not that
doesn't get the
popular,
same
yeah.
recognition as women's college basketball does.
So that's great for her to be
Yeah, that's
capitalizing
awesome.
on because she's gonna be they're gonna be really good for a while.
Yeah.
UConn's always good, but as long as she's there, she's awesome.
Right. I had one of the. Speaking of women's sports, you see the England women's soccer team beat Latvia 20-0 today.
No,
20. They scored 20 goals.
Jesus, that's
The other team
And-
shouldn't even be in the freaking top.
throwing the white flag at
And
halftime.
12 of the 20 came in the second half.
What?
Yeah. It was 8-0 at half, and they decided to pour it on even more in the
Is
second
there
half.
even a goalie?
It was almost like when I saw it, it was like they kind of were praising him, and I'm like, that seems
Praising him? How can you? That's That's not a game.
That's almost-
That's
yeah.
not.
because remember
That's
when
not competition. We look for
Yeah.
you look for competition in.
remember when the U.S.
professional
women got
sports.
shamed for winning that game like 13-0
You don't look for
in the World Cup?
blowouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this shouldn't be any. I mean, this is a World Cup qualifying game, but it shouldn't be.
20
20?
goals in
20 is
soccer. That's
unreal.
unreal.
13 is crazy, for sure.
Yeah,
but
you get
20,
like 6 goals. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
You don't see 20.
You don't see 20.
You don't see 20.
you don't see double digits in soccer.
You see 20-0 in like football.
Yeah.
Like, you know, NFL.
Right.
Or college, you know what I mean?
Like, I just thought that was ridiculous.
That is
It's like 20. How do you get that many scoring opportunities?
There's
Let
no
alone goals.
defense.
Like how many shots on goal? Or,
Right.
or like how
Or
many
shots like
shots,
taken from
shots taken.
scoreable range. It's crazy.
That's
No,
stupid.
I thought that was a
20.
little interesting.
I didn't know. That's an incredible
Yeah.
statistic. Wow.
Yeah, that's got to be
Yeah.
reevaluated.
Anything else?
Oh, Gary, you got anything?
Sport wise, couple weekends we got UFC.
Oh yeah.
Save
there's
the
a
date,
big-
December
big one,
11th,
huh?
not this Saturday, but the next.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's
I
fighting
think I heard Stone talking about that last night.
Yeah.
on both sides because there's a big title fight for. Who's our boy?
Poirier?
Poirier, yeah. Oliveira's a title fight, and then even for the women is Pena
Would she?
defending, and she's fighting the American chick.
Is she heavily favored?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pena is. I think she's like 31-2, and
Nice.
then the American chick is like 19-4 or something. But it's a belt fight.
All right.
That-
All
But
right.
then O'Malley's fighting that night.
O'Malley's nice.
Garbrandt's fighting that night.
Should be a good one.
No, yeah, everybody, even the prelims.
So that's not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday
Nope,
after?
the 11th,
11th? Okay, yeah.
December 11th.
All right.
Just
Alrighty.
save the date if you're into bloodshed, because I am, and it's gonna be a good one.
Nice.
Thanks for being on, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Gonna get you on more sooner.
Sooner.
Before
Fuck
the-
the Sooners,
Hey.
dude. Go Trojans.
Fuck that. Absolutely fuck that.
It was a bummer Sooner weekend.
It was a bummer
For
Sooner.
sure.
Sorry, Nick.
And we're gonna try to get you on before the new year. Okay?
Yeah, how about
Okay.
that?
We'll
we
do
got,
it
we got
again.
one more month.
Yeah, we'll revisit it for sure.
Revisit it. What are we, wine tasting, bro?
What do we- Can I go back to...
We're not getting you next week, 'cause I know it's too much to ask.
Yeah.
He'll do like the last week before the new year,
Right.
which I respect.
What day of the year is New Year's on this year? What day of the
I
week?
think it's like a
Is it a
Friday or
Friday?
something.
Saturday?
Friday or Saturday. It's something
Is that-
stupid.
is it a power
Uh,
move?
I feel like it's a weekend day.
New Year's Eve's on Friday,
Yeah, so that means Christmas is on Friday also, right? Is that how that works?
Saturday,
Saturday.
and then New Year's Day will be
Oh, Christmas is on Saturday. Okay.
New Year's Eve's on Friday. It's like what we live for.
That's
That's
what
what
we
we
live.
live for.
It's like every 7 years.
It's the worst day it could be for me. But anyways.
It's middle of your work week.
All right, boys. Cheers. Good episode.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us again, Garrett.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. We'll see you next week.